And what's good, Sports Game Media? I'm your host, Moochie Robinson. Thank you for having me. Shout out to Bird Gang underscore 31. Let's get into it. So, as you all know, I'm your host, Moochie Robinson. Thank you for having me. Shout out to Bird Gang. As you know, we are 1-1. After that devastating loss last week against the 49ers, I mean, we did too much. We did too much. We did too little as far as the game go. Where do I start from that? We should be 2-2. Excuse me, we should be 2-0 right now. But we 1-1 as of right now, so I'm just lost for words because after seeing that game, we did too much. Jalen Hurts did a 92 yarder. We get down to the 10-yard line and we can't even make a score. Like, as far as the red zone, for all that, we could have put JJ Arcega-Whiteside in, but instead we do a Philly special. Why? Um, Again, it was too early in the game, too early in the season to even do that. Now we was going to do a Philly special. We could have just either went to the instead of going to the right, we could have went to the left, or we could have did a fake to the right and go up the middle. But and then again, I was on record saying that we was going to go 17-0, but obviously we lost our first game. This game was the 49ers game was determined to see if we was going to go further. Like we should have won this game, and then I would have been more confident going into Dallas. But I did still have confidence that we're going to win against Dallas. But the fact that we had played so much and Nick Sirianni was doing too much, again, I'm just lost for words. So now here it is. We had a lot of speed, but we didn't have the power. This is why I said we need to put Jordan Howard in. Or even if we didn't have Jordan Howard, we had Boston Scott, but Boston Scott was still on to the he was still on the sideline, so we were still using Gainwell and Sanders. We had the speed with Watkins. Rager, he had a touchdown, but he made a mistake and had his foot go out of bounds, had to bring it back. I mean, he knows better than that. As far as him being a wide receiver, he needs to know where he's at all times, as far as being on that field. Uh, that's just no excuse. He knows better than that. I mean, he's been playing football for all his life. He should have been in bounds as far as catching it, or he just should know where as far as his placement, he should have been at. But I guess it is what it is. So now, uh, it was so many 49ers talking trash. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. When I was a young boy, I was a 49ers fan only because of Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. That was it. And because I had them on Sega Genesis. And there was only one play that I had where you hit the A button again, and it goes straight to what Jerry Rice. He make a touchdown. And ever since then, once I didn't even know nothing about no other teams other than the 49ers until my pop said, you got your own team, Philadelphia Eagles. And ever since then, I've been rocking with them. All right, so again, we lost 17-11, and now here it is. We go next week, Monday Night Football, to Dallas, and it's like, what do we do? Like, will we win? Um, it's just a yes or no question to me because after losing Brandon Graham, after you losing Zach Ertz, now he's on the COVID list. It's a good thing that we had got Richard Rodgers. Richard Rodgers, he's no stranger to the Eagles. He's going to come in. He's going to do something. The offensive line, Brooks go down now. Landon Dickerson come in. We had just got finished signing a new guy named Jack Anderson from the Buffalo Bills. He's only 22. We're gonna see what he can do. Um, but other than that, I just don't know what we're gonna do. Richie MC talking about Moochie 15 and go going forward. I understand, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's like we should have won against the 49ers. And that's what's bringing my confidence down because it's like we just did too much. Like, why? Let's just play simple football. That's it. I believe next week we should put in Jordan Howard, have Boston Scott maybe sit out or have Gainwell sit out. I mean, he's just a rookie. Like, you're still a rookie. We understand what you can do, but we just need the power. Again, Jalen Hurts, as far as especially going into this game, Jalen Hurts against Dak Prescott. You have to understand these two guys. They definitely know each other because again, Jalen Hurts' father has coached them. Brian Johnson, our quarterback coach for the Eagles has coached both of them. So at the end of the day, it's like, who's going to win this matchup? Again, with Jalen Hurts, like I said before, I don't want him to do too much Michael Vick. He don't need to run so much. We already have the wide receivers for the speed. We just need the power now. Put Jordan Howard in for the for the third and ones, fourth and ones. That's when you give him the ball because it takes at least 2 to 3 people to bring him down. Now we so the way how we messed up with the 49ers game was going for fourth downs and wasn't getting the ball. We should have kicked the ball. We could have had at least a good 6 points. It could have been this game could have been tied even 17-17 if because we missed 2 field goals. So now going into this game, it's just where do we start from? From again, just let's play simple football. Let's not put into because this is how I look at it. With Nick Sirianni doing too much, I'm pretty sure again, the good thing about him, he said he takes accountability, and at the end of the day, that word is going to get run down to the ground. So it's like now it's his. It was his fault last week, and if we lose this game, whose fault is it going to be? Now, with our offense, we already know, and that's nothing with the offense. It's like how many plays are we going to do that to the point where we know what's going to happen? Now we already know that we're going to use Watkins as a fly. We already know that we're going to use him as a fly. Then when he goes down, catch the ball for a 92-yarder, we already know. Like far as the formation, once you know the formation, well, the object of having a formation is to have a formation and at least do 15 plays off that formation, so you don't know if we either going to throw the ball or we're going to run the ball. But it's like, are we too readable? Because again, I could sit here and watch the game and just watch, or I could watch a formation, and I already know if they're going to run or throw the ball, especially if it's third and long or if it's third and short. You know, it might be maybe it might be a screen or something. But again, we're talking about as far as Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott, they both been coached and managed by the same people. Uh, and on top of that, it's like again, let's take out a running back and put Jordan Howard in so we can use him for the third and ones, fourth and ones, and we can just keep on establishing again simple football. We don't need no more. I don't even want to see Philly special no more. Like that's dead as of right now. If you're going to put that in again, switch it up. Switch it up so you can make it so it's like I said, go a different way. That right side and the defensive tackles already like they studied this. I'm pretty sure they studied this. Why? Because they was man on man and they was block. They was basically to the point where Ward couldn't even throw the ball. Like he couldn't even run it in or throw it in because the linebacker was right there to grab him. So again, it's like, what are we going to do? What is the best way uh, to win this game. And then on top of this, it's going to have to be the defense, especially with I mean, it's just a bummer that Brandon Graham is out. Hartgrove, he's doing a lot. I mean, he did tremendous, or he did excellent in this last game. Now it's Josh Sweat. So now here it is. You give Josh Sweat, you sign him to 40 million, 26 guaranteed, and you only had him in there for 28 snaps. Burnett getting 10 million. I mean, I'm to the point where if you at least sign me for 10 million, I'm gonna do the best. I'm gonna be the best thing since pants with pockets. Running up the just running up the gut, running past the defensive tackles to the quarterback. Now we're talking about Dak Prescott to the point where Mike McCarthy, in words how I look at it, he's still making this team. He's still making the Cowboys like they're the Green Bay Packers. You can tell because of the way how Dak is still staying in the pocket. I mean, I understand his ankle is fixed, but he's not. He's running, but he's not running as he should be. Uh, the running backs, as how Zeke, he's not doing a lot, but what's the guy named Pollard? That they're putting them, they're matching them two up. So he's actually doing the same thing like how Green Bay is to Adams, and I can't think of the other running backs, but they're parlaying on both side by side. So again, I will put Jordan Howard in because Jordan Howard used to be elite and he used to be the top with Ezekiel Elliott, and now here he is. He's inactive and he's on the practice squad. Like that shouldn't even go. That don't even make sense to me on how he's just still on the practice squad. After and especially after seeing this last game, um, the linebackers, Gannon, he needs to start blitzing. We need to start blitzing these linebackers. If we don't do that, I don't know what to say. Uh, as far as Eric Wilson, we have Alex Singleton and Avery. We need to start blitzing and stop playing zone. Please stop playing zone, especially in this game, because we're talking about we need to play man. We need to stay with everybody. We need to guard them up, bump and run, do anything, everything possible. Because as far as playing zone, you leave the middle open, and we're talking about Cooper. Cooper been killing us for years. Well, he been killing us for the last 3 years. We got better cornerbacks. I understand that, but other than that, their wide receivers are better than ours, and their linebackers is better than ours. Now, I understand even though we have years of experience with our linebackers, you're telling me Michael Parsons, Jacoby Cox, uh, what's the other guy's name? Jalen Smith, and Van Der Esch. Now, with Michael Parsons, like I definitely wanted him for the Eagles, but I definitely understand that we have Devontae Smith. But he's coming in hungry, and he's a rookie, and he's already coming in like he's experienced, and he's coming in like he's better than us. There's no way to stop that if we playing games, and then our linebacker, our offensive line, like I said, we had to chop it up a little bit because we got Dickerson in there now, so he's got to learn quick and fast because we just threw him in there. Again, we got Jack Anderson that came from the Buffalo Bills. He just got signed, so obviously he's not going to be playing. But we just got to get it together on that note. Uh, Again, Gannon going to have to start blitzing because if not, Zeke is going to run all over us, and it's just again, this is a division and a rival team, so it's just it's just up in the air. Again, if we won against the 49ers, then all day I'd be saying, listen, we're going to go down there. We're just going to bust them up and this, that, and third. Now, we have advantages just like they have advantages to the point where their defensive end, DeMarcus Lawrence is not even playing. And somehow, some way, I just feel that whoever he's going to replace um, still is going like I'm just glad that Joey Malata, at least he's here. At least he knows what he needs to do. He's, being on the right side, excuse me, the left side. And I know he's going to hold it down. But again, I just don't feel like I'm confident, but it's just, what are we going to do when we get down there? That's all. Yeah, Pablo Gary was good. Yeah, Philly special. That was definitely a bad call. Was good, Joey Shakes. Um, so again, I just don't know. I mean, as far as me saying the score, I would say the score. Oh man, if I was to have a score, I mean, it's going to be close because we still have to get everything together. As of right now, I would say the score would be probably like 24-21 or 24-23, and I'm gonna say Eagles. I mean, just as of right now, because it's all about what Nick Sirianni is going to do. And again, he knows what he done last week. It's all about what he's going to do this week. Um, Again, we need to stop. We don't need to play zone. We need to play man because again, like I said, that's where I want to get back to. Far as Cooper, far as Lamb and Galloway, I mean, you're talking about Cooper. He was an Eagles killer. Like I ain't gonna hold you. He's an Eagles killer. Lamb, he can get out in the open space, and then we're talking about Galloway where he could catch a magical ball like at the end of the day. And then it's like, is this going to be like a seesaw type of game? Meaning, are we going to have momentum in the first half and then the Cowboys come back in the second half and just take it all? Or will it be Cowboys have the momentum in the first half, we tried, and then in the second half we come up, but then we come up too short? Now, here's my thing about Hurts. I know Hurts is going to prove himself, and he's gotten better. But the only thing I see about him is, as soon as he get the ball, he reads his reads. But once he don't see something, he automatically take off and run. again, I understand that, but sometimes you maybe he had to stay back there just a little bit, just so he can see if anybody else can get open. Jalen Rager, I mean, he just got to be focused. I just feel like he might be trying too hard, or I know he's getting his confidence up all because of Watkins being out there. But you gotta understand, this is not going to be a home. This is not a hometown game. This is going we're going to be away again. And I've been there. I was at Wally World like maybe 3 years ago. Well, whenever Doug last year was, I was out there, and it was like after seeing that crowd, we was still terrible. So it's just that I just don't want to have that mindset. I mean, again, simple football to the point where like they're grown men and they've been doing this for years. As far as need to know the snap count, uh, need to watch the ball. Like far as being on the offense, I mean, I don't care if you just look over at glance and look at Kelsey arm. As soon as it goes up, that's when you begin to block or do what you got to do as far as pass blocking or just running in the like grabbing him and running him to the left or the right side. Same as with the defense. I mean, just look at the ball. As soon as the ball go up, that's when you go ahead and smack. But I mean, again, little mistakes. That's what I keep saying. Little mistakes is what makes us lose. Like far as Darius Slay, he had an interception, but then Kayvon Wallace did a interference with a hit, made the call come back. I mean, it's just too much was going on. So we just got to be focused, and we just got to keep on. We just have to pay attention to what our reads are and what we have to do to win this game. Because if we don't win this game and then we'll be what 1-2. I mean, I'm not saying it's not the end of the world, but it's like we need to be 2-1. This is a must-win game. If we don't win this game, I don't know what else to. No, let me rephrase that. It's like I get it. It's only the third week, but at the same time, we have to be prepared. If we not prepared, I just don't know. I just don't know what else to do. Um, we was winning with Chip Kelly. We was 1-3 in 2014. Yeah, I get that, but now this is a new year. It's 2021. Uh, I'm not trying to be no 1-2, 1-3, and then get it together. But we have to be 2-1 on Monday. Better that the Eagles are on the road. Sirianni will not feel pressure by the Philly crowd. Road game, Philly special. Yeah, but he shouldn't feel pressure at all. I mean, he's been doing this for years, meaning even if when he was an assistant, he was next to a head coach. So now that you're the head coach, you know better than to go ahead and go at a 4th and 1. Just kick the field goal. Just take the points and let's get them back in the next series. Like why go for 4-1 and we get nothing? So we just got to use more common sense. Andy Reid was 0-4 in 1999. Richie MC. Yeah, I get it, but again, this is a new year, new season. This is a new goal for us. The object is to win. Again, we're 1-1. We should be 2-0. And why are we 1-1? All because of mistakes, dumb ass mistakes. I remember when we punted off, and once it got down to um, it went almost got to the 2 yard line, and oh man, the cornerback, 27. I mean, I just don't like how they be so clumsy with it. When the ball comes down, just grab the ball. There's no need to tap the ball and let me just glide into the end zone. And after you do the silly shenanigans, then you get upset when it gets a touchback and then you slam your hand on the grass. I mean, again, simple football. That's it. That's all. Win all games in the plan. Check. That's what I'm saying, Bird King. Nest out west. What's good? Long time. Yeah, I'm actually doing live. And this is my first live too, so bear with me. You know what I mean? It's just that I'm just excited to the point where this is and that's another thing. I was supposed to go to this game too, but a situation came up. So I'm definitely gonna try to get to the next game or a 2A game. And if I do go to a game, I'm trying to get to the Los Angeles Raiders. The what you call it, the Raiders. That's I'm trying to go to that game because as far as Las Vegas Raiders. That's what I'm trying to go to. But but yeah, I mean, I don't understand. Like, just tell me what y'all think. Like, I just we need to get we have to concentrate on this game. Again, simple football. Uh, again, simple football, because Hurts have to prove too that Dak Prescott is not a better quarterback. That's another thing. We have to come in there with a mindset of, let's just get the job done and go home. That's it. We don't need to be lollygagging. We don't need to do nothing extra. Let's just and that's what I can't stand to when I play football. Just get the touchdown, shake hands, and let's move on. We didn't win the game yet. Once we win the game, then do all the showboating you want. But other than that, just like with Quez Watkins, I believe once you had hit that 92-yard pass, once you should have kept on running and just smacking hands and all that and try to mush him down or I don't know, stiff arming just to get that touchdown. Then you could have did something. But I mean, listen, we got to get focused. We got to play. We just got to play better. Um, at the end of the day, I don't care. Like, we lost 17-11, and you're telling me it was so much we could have did. Other than, like, it's just I'm just frustrated with that Philly special. Like, throw that in the vault. That was with the Super Bowl in 2017. Leave it alone. Call it something else or do something else. But other than that, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to be confident to the point where this defense definitely got to just step up. Gannon, he definitely got to blitz. He needs to start blitzing. And if you don't start blitzing, um, I don't know what to say. I just don't like, again, their linebackers and their wide receivers as of right now is better than ours. And um, Dak Prescott, it just feels like when he moves in the pocket, he can just. It feels like we're going to get there at the last minute. It's always, far as like the line might hold him up to the point where we almost grab him. Like, you know how if a defensive end come off the ball and goes around a defender or the offensive line, and once he almost grab him, he gets the ball off already, and then the wide receiver, whoever his choice, always catch it, and it feels like it always happened on opposite side. It feels like it never happens with us with the Eagles, but at the same time, this is a new formation, and I like what I'm seeing. It's just that we have to force it. We just have to be more performance. Let's see. Next out west said I'll be out in the Philly. I'll be in Philly for the Kansas City game week 4. I might have to meet you, my guy. And of course, you got my number. Hit me up so I can come down and see you. But I don't know. Just tell me what y'all think. If y'all got other questions that you need me to answer, because it's like, again, either we could put. Oh yeah, that's another thing. We could put Jack Stroll in. I definitely he need to play more because I like how he plays, but and I like how his stance is or his stature is, or as far as how he plays, is that he need to catch that ball. He always open, but he just need to, and he blocks well, but he just need to catch that ball. Richard Rodgers, they can just throw him right in because he's no stranger. Um, and I got the link up if anybody want to hop on. I believe in this game, I'm for sure that Devontae Smith is definitely going to get a touchdown here too because Hurts always that's his target. And as far as with Diggs, I'm pretty sure he definitely will. He will bomb over Diggs. Um, Diggs is their number one, I believe, but he can't stop. Again, it's all about playing smart. It's all about not forcing it. If he's there, grab him. I mean, if he's there as a target, hit him. If not, I mean, we got to move on. I believe again we need to take out. We need to take either out. We need to take out Gainwell. Put Howard in. I mean, period. Again, we need to use him for those 4th and 1, 3-and-1s, 4th-and-1s, and just give him the ball. Period. Just for touching it. I mean, just to get a first down or whatever or what have you. Because again, I don't like Hurts running too much. I mean, I believe him running too much and then him making a mistake and not sliding or just trying to run through the hole or try to get a hit or something, he could hurt himself because he's the quarterback, of course. But I mean, it's so much you can think of. It's so much I can think of, or they can think of, to do before this game starts. I mean, they got what's today? Wednesday going into Thursday, so you got Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You got almost 4 days, 5 days to understand what y'all need to do. Like, listen, we need to just go ahead and activate Jordan Howard. Period. I mean, that's what I would do. I would activate Jordan Howard, and I would put JJ Arcega-Whiteside, throw him in there for red zone situations. You know what I mean? So let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Do you think it's gonna come down? Jinx Wolf says, "Do you think it's gonna come down to a Hail Mary or a field goal?" I mean, judging by the game, I just don't know because again, we got to play smart. If we don't play smart, this game can go anywhere, and that's what I just don't like. The game can go anywhere when it shouldn't have to be. Oh, Bird Game Media, my fault. The link is on. It was on my page, but I'll put it on. Yep, I'll put it on my page now. Let me see. Boom, boom. Give me 1 second. Boom. I'm just putting up the link real quick. But here it go. All right, cool. So I just put the link up. So if anybody want to hop in and tell me what y'all think, I'm all ears. Because again, I believe I have confidence that we're going to win, but the game is going to be real close because it's like something's going. I feel like something's going to happen. You got to understand too. Cowboys just won. We just lost. So now they're going to be home, and we come into them. And now it's because we're in their home. I guess they think, yeah, we're going to get, we're going to be 2-1. But man, it's going to be a done deal. So it's like again, it's all about with this game. It's all about Jalen Hurts and it's all about Dak Prescott. But it's all about who wins too. But I just know that Hurts is going to come in. We're going to come in fast, but we just got to play smart. Jalen Hurts in the last game, he did play smart, but it was just everybody else was just messing up. The line was messing up, and then again, Brandon Brooks went out. Like that was just devastating right there too. Like I just didn't like that. Like I mean, best wishes to him, but it's just like, oh man, like he was the heart of the team, and far as him being out, and then with Fletcher Cox, they always double team him. So that's what made Hartgrove was able to get in there and do what he had to do. But it's just it's gonna feel overwhelming. Hopefully, nothing don't happen in this game that will hurt any far as being on the Eagles. But if it comes down to it, hopefully we could win by a field goal. I'm not trying to do no Hail Mary because Hail Mary, unless if you put Richard Rodgers in and he do the same thing like what he did with the Green Bay Packers, and I'm all for it. But other than that, I don't see that happening. You don't see the link. Hold on. Dang. Check out our Breaking Birds channel. Dickerson had a so-so game. He did not let Hurts step into the deep throw to Devontae Smith. Coach Sirianni should have that adjusted as game plan. Right. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have something again. See, again, they're gonna use the same plays. That's the only thing that I don't agree with. They're gonna use the same plays what they use with the 49ers, just that they just need to switch it up. Again, they need to have JJ Arcega-Whiteside, maybe switch JJ Arcega-Whiteside with Watkins. Just hear me out. Watkins with that one play with that 92-yarder, because of course they're gonna look at it again. Cowboys is gonna be studying. They're gonna study all week, and they already know what's going on. They already gonna know the formations. They already gonna know um, who's who and where what they standing at or where their stance is and this, that, and the third. So Nick Sirianni need to have a game plan where they need to just switch it up, or instead of doing the right, do it the left, so you could just take them off the ball game. Because it felt like, you know what this game felt like, that last game? It felt like Shang Tsung came and took Sirianni's soul out and switched it with Doug Peterson. Because when like, that's how you know, as far as with the fourth and one and third and one. You know what I'm saying? So it's just unbelievable. Like, that's where the confidence lies with me. You know what I'm saying? So fourth and one and third and one. What's good?
What's good, my guy?
I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen with these Eagles.
You already know what's about to happen. We're about to beat them Cowboys.
I get it, but I'm just saying, as far as what happened with the last game, it's like, what's going on? Like, what do we do, or how do we fix it? That's my whole that's my whole concern. Like, we need to go in this game. We need to be focused. Let's get the job done and let's keep it moving to the next week. But I mean, everything happens on Monday Night Football, and it's like, where are the adjustments going to be at?
Really, you're gonna have to start out with the coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like you said earlier, we gotta get out of this zone defense. We need to play a little bit more man. Cooper Slay has locked down Cooper for most of his career. So, and Cooper's coming in hurt. So I think he should be able to play some man press on Cooper. We're gonna have to get in these receivers' face early, lock them down, and send some heat at Dak. If you cut off the head off the snake, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about nobody else doing nothing against you. Our defensive line's pretty stout up front, especially in that middle. So we should be able to control the run game early. And like I said, we get that pressure on Dak. He won't be able to get it to his playmakers, and it's going to be a good game for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, but at the same time, Gannon hasn't blitzed the linebackers yet. So it's like, will he do it in this game? And um, what I'm afraid of is with the Cowboys defense and their linebackers, especially with Michael Parsons. I mean, he's a rookie, but he's talking like he's a vet, like a 10-year veteran, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what scares me about coming into this game. And I better not see this, just like with Vander Esch. When he first came into the league, it was one game where they couldn't stop him. It was two offensive linemen that came after him, and I don't know how he just shook them off, and he tackled. I can't. He tackled Miles Sanders, a
Mm-hmm.
matter of fact. But now you got Michael Parsons coming in, and if he comes in, and if he do the same, I'm gonna be very disappointed if they don't fix that matchup.
Like I've been like tonight, I was on Law earlier, and then I just got off with Boys for Life, and like I told him, like Parsons is a good rookie, but he's no Nick Bosa, you know, and our boy Lane Johnson did a pretty good job against Nick. Nick's gonna get some plays, you know, that's why he got a couple plays on us, but for the most part, we held him in check. So I don't think him being a linebacker, good move to the end spot, playing against a guy like Lane Johnson, he's gonna have a good game. He tore up last week, but that was Detroit's offensive line. Those Slater's a rookie over there, and the other guy's garbage. So he's got a whole nother level of offensive line talent that he got to go against this week. So just like the first game, he didn't play well. The second game, he played a little bit better because of Detroit. But this third game, man, he's going against a good team, a good offensive line. I doubt you're going to see the same Marcus Parsons out there.
Listen, I hope so, because I mean, um, again, we should be 2-0 right now. But now, at the end of the day, we're 1-1. I get that, but it's just, again, like I said before, it was all about mistakes. We can't come in here doing these little simple mistakes. It's like we need to stop playing.
Penalties killing us for sure.
And
Penalties.
you're right, and when there's no need for it, so it's like what are we really doing? But again, are we confident enough to come in and do what we need to do and go home? Like that's all. That's the bottom line. That's what it's supposed to be with every team. But at the same time, it's like it was just silly stuff that was going on. Why did Nick Sirianni think to say, you know what, let's go ahead and do the Philly special on 4th and 1? Why didn't he just say, let me trick him and put in J.D. Arcega-Whiteside so we can use him in the red zone so he can be just like how Alshon Jeffrey was. I mean, I'd rather him did that. I would have been fine with that than the Philly special. And again, like I keep saying, okay, Philly special, don't go to the right. Let's go to the left. Let's fake him with the left. If you would have faked him with the left, maybe we could have did something. Or again, put Jordan Howard in for this game. You're the head coach. Boston Scott needs you stayed out, or Gainwell just sit out for this game. Or we got 3 running backs out. We can at least have 4. And then what I don't like is, why is Jalen Reagor having kick returns? Like, why is he you using him too much? Don't have him off his kick returns and then have him going into the offense. Use Boston Scott for that. Because since Boston Scott was out so long, the only thing I don't like about Boston Scott, stop running east and west so much. Let's run north and south. Just run up the gut, get what you need to get, and if anything else open up, then do what you got to do. But even though he hasn't done this much for the as far as just with these 3 weeks, I'm just talking of experience of him doing last year. He did do a nice wiggle move in the preseason, but other than that, we can't just. I don't want these guys just standing there. And if you have something, just use it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I like what they're thinking about when they're thinking about the special team using Quez and Reagor. Those are 2 explosive receivers. You know what I'm saying? That are still young. Maybe if they were in year 4 or 5 or something like that, I'll keep them out. But I like the idea. Not worried about. Don't be too scared about them getting hurt. These are young guys. You know what I'm saying? Like they're under 23. They're still 22 in their prime, not even in their primes of their lives. Let them use that athleticism. You've seen Reagor take a punt last year to the house. When he wasn't even running as fast as he is this year. And in terms of like that Philly special wannabe call play, like I thought when we got to the 2-yard line, we should have just power run it. Quarterback sneaked it 3 times. You know what I'm saying?
power
Like
running with who though?
which Miles Sanders can power run. You throw a fullback in there, and you don't even need a real fullback. Just put the extra tight end. We had extra tight end. We had extra linemen in that thing. If you want to, you let Dillard go on the field. Why don't you just put ball out of that fullback, or just throw anybody? Jack Stahl, you've been talking about him all offseason, using him to play some F back and play some fullback. Put him back there. But like I said, the 49ers got like 4 quarterback sneaks. You think they're gonna stop? Those our big boys up front 3 straight times. You could have just took the same game plan that the Niners did on us when they needed those 1 yards and 2 yards. Quarterbacks need to get up the middle with Jalen Hurts. Period. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't get it the first time, everybody back on the ball, do it again. I remember when I was playing football, we used to do that because we knew we had to get off in line. Just get back up there and do it again. running fast again. They won't be able to set up the second time like they were the first time. And 9 times out of 10, you're in a touchdown. There's a lot of other calls. Line up an I formation, have a lead back run through the hole. You know what I'm saying? Make a hole. There's lots of different play calls he could have called. But what I do like about the situation is Nick Sirianni came on the TV and said he messed up. You know what I'm saying? He goes, before I
Right.
put the blame at anybody else, I messed up. I messed up the play calling. It was my bad. And you need your coach to do that. He understands, dude. He messed up in a prime situation to be 2-0. Besides the penalties that's kept us out, like we should have been a convincing 2-0 right now. You know what I'm saying? We could have beat those Niners by a double-digit score if we didn't have
Right.
self-inflicted wounds, bad play calling. You know what I'm saying? Like those two things were huge penalties. You know, um, our team is a lot better than what we've seen them so far. I see our team being more of the second half of the Atlanta team than any of the Niner game for that most part.
Real quick, Jinx Wolf, if you can get back on, I may even say hit the wrong button. If you can get right back on, do so, my guy. But but yeah, but that's what I'm saying. All that doing all that, I just don't want you to bring that. I don't want them to bring that into the Dallas game.
Mm-hmm.
That's my that like that's all I'm saying. Like we need to come back in with a clear mind. Like I get it. Once that game, so we win one game, we feel good, and then we got a little too cocky. Like I ain't gonna hold, we got too cocky in the second game. So now you feel like, all right, we going to go through this game. What are we going to do? Like Devontae Smith should have had a touchdown, and
Mm-hmm.
we should have made that touchdown to the point where we could have been 14. Then we missed two field goals, so it's like we definitely could have been up. And then the, the 49ers, what they was playing last, well, like you said, it was the Lions. So I mean, it was balling on them, but when they came over here, like we was perfect. It's just that again, we lost the momentum. That's the only fear I have with this Cowboys game. Are we
Mm-hmm.
gonna have momentum in the first half, and then when the second half we gonna gas out? And
Mm-hmm.
do we just give it to the Cowboys, and do we hold another L? That's all I'm saying. I'm just being real right now because it's like, again, I'm not going to be biased. Well, I am being biased when I say it's going to be a close game, but I'm saying the Cowboys. I mean, I believe Eagles is going to win maybe 24-21, 24-23 type
Mm-hmm.
of range because it's like, are we still going to be focused to the point where they already got our number? Meaning they're looking at film. I know if I'm looking at film and seeing all these type of seeing the formations, because again, the formation is going to be the same, just different ways.
Mm-hmm.
If you and me being different, as far as me being a corner, I mean, if I'm looking as a cornerback, I'm gonna look at your stance. How is your like the way how you standing? It
Mm-hmm.
might be the same way all the time, but sometimes it could be. It was a cornerback that said, well, sometimes your footing could be a little off to the point where you know he's going to block or you know he's going to run,
Mm-hmm.
or if his shoulder pads is leaning over a little bit, or the way how his arm, even if his arms is waving, sometimes you can tell which way he's going to run from looking at his arms.
Mm-hmm.
But again, they might feel that they already have our number. So, and we're talking
They do.
about they not.
Yes, they do.
And but that's the thing. They're gonna have. It's gonna be Dak Prescott. It's not gonna be that other guy. What's the other guy? Their other quarterback. The white guy. But whoever he is, he was even looking good at the time when we was playing when Carson Wentz was here.
Oh,
So
Danucci.
yeah. So my whole point is we need to go in here and be focused. Period.
And to be honest, I think that was the best thing that could have happened to us losing that game. Like you said, like if we would have won that game, man, we would have been so high on our horse. You know what I'm saying? Going to Jerry World there, and it could have been a let up game there. You know what I'm saying? Like we could have not took it so serious. Nick Sirianni needed that early season slap in the face, playing a playoff perennial playoff type team. You know what I'm saying? Seeing that he could have beat a playoff type team, but his play calling was a huge reason why we didn't win that game. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we could have scored mad points on them. And I think we needed that slap right off the back. And now that we got that slap, he's going to wake up. He's going to understand. And we're going to go in there and win. That's why I don't really see. I think it could be a close game, but I don't see it being a close game just for the simple fact. I think we're just a better football team. overall, you know what I'm saying? On the defensive line, we're better. On the offensive line, we're better. And that's where any team starts. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I have us winning so many games this year. But when you have two dominant sides of the ball, like the offensive and defensive line, the rest of that stuff kind of takes care of itself, you know?
But yeah, you're absolutely right. But it's all about playing smart football. If we don't play smart football, we're gonna lose. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we're talking about Ezekiel Elliott. Like it should be a no-brainer. I got Jordan Howard. Suit up. Let's match them together. You already know that Ezekiel Elliott. Now I get it. He's either he lost his step or he's not doing what he's supposed to do. Because again, we talking about Mike McCarthy. He's you still using Cowboys to transition them from Green Bay. If
Mm-hmm.
you can see, like you can already like you can just tell and you can see because he's not feeding them the ball like he should be, or Mike McCarthy is saying, when I feed you the ball, you need to eat. Like this is what you're gonna get. Go ahead and do
Actually,
what
when
you
they
need to
fed him,
do.
he kept fumbling the ball. You know what I'm saying? He kept giving it, coughing it up. And
Yeah,
Zeke, since he got paid, man, he ain't been the same. But that's like not just Zeke. You know, Cooper hasn't been the same since he got paid. Hell, Carson Wentz wasn't the same after he got paid. A lot of these NFL players, I was just talking about that in the last live stream, man. A lot of these NFL players, once they get paid, you expect them to do more. You know, this is a contact sport. You know, you can't be more prima donna now that you got the money and you don't want to, take that hard hit and put your body on the line. You should put your body on the line even more. You got guaranteed money. You know what I'm saying? Like most of these contracts are like, some people got higher guarantees than other, but you still say, you got 50 million, 30 of it guaranteed, man. That's $30 million guaranteed if you do get hurt. You know what I'm saying? But playing soft is gonna get you hurt faster than playing hard. You know, you play soft, that's when you really get hurt. Season ending, career ending injuries happen to you when you're playing soft out there. You can't be scared. This is a man sport since you're ever since you're in Pop Warner. You know what I'm saying? You sign that waiver form saying you're not they're not responsible for what happens to you, you know? And the whole NFL as a whole is being washed down to this soft sport and soft game, which I don't agree with. If you got the NFL's making more money, these players making more money, then they should give us more on that field. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be getting paid and playing a lot softer like they've been doing. And Zeke's one of them, a prime example. Since Zeke got that big fat contract, if you look at his stats, man, they go down. You know what I'm saying? Zeke was a beast that I was actually worried about playing every time we played Zeke. Because he used to eat up, he just eat all the time. You see him doing this. Yeah, that's what he'd do. He'd have like 120 yards on us a game every time he played us, man. But that Zeke's gone. He got paid. He started popping bottles. He living the fast life now. So I don't think his hunger to be the best is there anymore as much as it used to be. That's why you see Zeke is not that Pollard's really taking stuff away from him. Zeke is giving him stuff. That's what they were saying in the earlier stream. It's just like he's giving Pollard more, giving the coaches more reason to play Pollard. Pollard's running hard out there. Pollard's not paid. He's not a super millionaire. You know what I'm saying? He got skill and he wants to get that paycheck. So you see him out there busting his butt, and that's why he's coming up with more plays than Zeke.
well, but see, I would figure just like Jordan Mailata. As soon as he signed his contract, he went out, did that big hit. I mean, he played wonderful. Then you got Josh Sweat. He just got his 40 million. He was playing good, but it was only 28 snaps, and they took him out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what are we doing? You would figure if you get paid, you're going to go out and you're going to show, oh, this is why I got paid.
Well, with
But
Josh, that was a coach's decision. They kept him out, which I still don't understand. Another one of bad coaching decisions. They say the Niners like to run a lot, and Barnett was plays to run a little bit better than Josh Sweat, is what they claim. You know what I'm saying? Which is possible. Josh Sweat probably can get to quarterback a lot better, but I don't know. I
yeah,
guess if you're paying him that money, let him go show you what he can do. You know what I'm saying? If you looked at a lot of that game here on the sideline, he was just chilling. Like he was like kind of looked like he was a little bit mad that he wasn't in the game. You know what I'm saying? He was getting held out. He wasn't injured. He wasn't hurt. And then, what was the other one we said? Malata. Malata just got the most money he ever could pay. But he's a different breed. He's not even American. That's an American thing. You know what I'm saying? Like he's from those other countries got better values and stuff. If anything, that's one player I think we will see play a lot better than he's even played before because he's just got good. You know what I'm saying? He's not even fully reached his potential yet. You know what I'm saying? So he's only going to get better. So his play you shall see over the next year or two. he's going to be one of those elite left tackles in the league because he still got room to grow and he's already dominated at the level that he's in. You can't teach that size. You can't teach that athleticism. That's normal. That he came out and he's been in the league what 4 or 5 years, 4 years now, and
Yeah.
every year he was just that guy on the sideline learning how to play football. You know what I'm saying? And then last year got a chance to get in there and he took advantage of his opportunity. I think this year you see he's getting even better. So he's just gonna continue to get better, man. I don't see Mailata being one of those divas that because he's got a different breed, he's different. He comes from a different culture. I think you're gonna see him work that much harder, and he's gonna be like one of those guys. I think most of these NFL players should be.
So, what's your predictions for Monday Night Football game?
Score prediction. I've been saying this all week, man. 31-10 Eagles. It's not going to be as close as everybody think it is. They're looking at, you got to look at things that matter. We went against a playoff contender team. They scored 17 points. The Eagles only given up, what, 26 or 24 points in 2 games. We're like averaging 11 points per game. The difference, the Cowboys, they're giving up like 26 points a game, 41 in the first one, 21 in the second one. You know what I'm saying? That those are big numbers. So you got to balance that out. And then in terms of points that they put up on the other side of that, it's like the Eagles could have scored more points last game. We shot ourselves in the foot too many times, but we beat the team we should have beat, and we beat them good. You know what I'm saying? We beat them bat down, 32-6, right? And we played a good team, a close game for the most part. Like we could have won that game, but it was a close game. It's kind of like the reverse for the Cowboys, where they played a good team and they lost from a close game too. But when they played the team that they were supposed to beat in the Detroit Lions, you seen that game, man. They almost lost. I mean, San Diego, they almost lost that game. At the end, if it wasn't for some bad refing calls out there, you know what I'm saying? Like they could have lost that game. Then they would have lost to a team that they were supposed to beat. So I think this is a team that we're supposed to beat. We played a more tougher defense. Um, San Francisco definitely got a way better defense than the Cowboys defense for sure. They got way more talent on that defense. Uh, and I think that we got them last week, and you seen what we were able to do against their offense. They only scored 17 points. I know you could say Jimmy G, but Jimmy G's a winner. That's what he do. He wins. They didn't pay him all that money for no reason. As long as he's healthy, he's a winning quarterback. And Dak Prescott the same thing. But the thing is, if you get to Dak, right, you gotta win. Because if he's not getting the ball to CeeDee Lamb, he's not getting the ball to Cooper, and they don't have Gallup no more, and then Cooper might not even play. Like if Cooper don't play, then you're really looking at a big win, and probably an even bigger win. Diggs is becoming a better cornerback out there. He got 5 picks in 14 games. Good for him. But all the Alabama boys ball, no matter what side of the ball you're on. So you
Right.
got to expect him to get better. But like I tell them today, you got to realize if anybody knows, they might get cocky and put Diggs on Devontae Smith one-on-one. And if anybody knows Diggs is Devontae Smith, he practices against him every day. He toasted them in practice every day. You know what I'm saying? So if they try to pull some stuff where they're going to play Devontae Smith 101, it's going to be just like that Atlanta game. You know what I'm saying? Where he's going to get open, he's going to get open often, and he's going to make some big plays. Like you have to roll coverage Devontae Smith, and then that's when Quez Watkins is going to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like I think we need to get out there, start running that rock early, hit some of these RPOs early, so that pulls up that defense. Then the sky's the limit for our offense. If we can establish that run early, they'll be playing catch up the whole game.
Listen, as long as they put Jordan Howard in, and
But I don't think we need Howard. We know what Howard did, man. Howard's soft. You know what I'm saying? Last year he got a stinger and was out for the rest of the season, damn near. You know what I'm saying? You can't be considered some power back. I think that's why he's on the practice squad now. You can't be considered some power back and to get a stinger in football. You know what I'm saying? You played ball before. You probably got a stinger before. Weren't you playing the next game or the next game after that for sure? You
yeah,
went out for those 6 and 8 weeks and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? With a stinger, my guy, tape that up, wrap it up, and let's get out there and play some ball. If you're as hungry as you claim you were in the offseason, talking about I was about to retire, they gave me life. They bred life into me to the point where I was going to come back and do it. If you were going to do it, you would have did it.
all
And
right. Well, then put it like this: he was playing well in those preseason games when he was in there. Because after everything was all said and done, we was all shocked that he got cut. Why
mhm.
do you think that? I mean, and he didn't show that he had a stinger. It looked like everything was fine with him.
I think he got cut because Gainwell and Miles Sanders are better running backs. Period. At the end of the day, you can do more with them. You can line the 21 personnel with both of them in the backfield and do like we did in the Atlanta game, motion Gainwell out to that slot last minute. You know what I'm saying? He's a great receiving back. I think he had over 1,000 yards receiving last time he played. You know what I'm saying? Like he's good. That's what his strengths are. Miles Sanders can run through the tackles now. You know what I'm saying? Some of his longest runs were through the tackles, up the middle through the tackles. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he can't do it. Miles' thing is that we didn't ever give him enough carries, and he got nicked up and banged up sometimes. But like I said, you can't play soft football. You know what I'm saying? You can't be trying to prevent injuries. Like that was cool for the preseason. You know what I'm saying? Keeping them out. Not really wanting to get the wear and tear on their bodies. But man, we are in the regular season now. Every game matters. You know what I'm saying? It's the race for the division starting this week, this Monday night in Dallas. Give them the rock. Miles Sanders has proven to you he's led the league in yards per carry, been top 5 in yards per carry pretty much every year he's been in the league. That's saying something. Last year, it showed that Miles Sanders had more. Derrick Henry was the leading rusher, but Miles Sanders had more yards against top 10 rush defenses than Derrick Henry did. You know what I'm saying? Stats like that matter. You know what I'm saying? When you got a back like him, use them. You know what I'm saying? I like when, if you're not even, everybody's questioning him even getting that second contract, then you might as well, run him till he ain't got no tread on the tires left. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of like they did Zeke in his first couple of years. Just keep running them. Because I promise you, you're going to pop off some big, long runs. As soon as you do that, bombs away. You got too much speed on the receivers, too much speed on the outside with the great tight ends that we have out there. Man, the Eagles offense can be unstoppable. You just got to do the right play calling. Call the right shots, pick your poison, pick your shots. What do you need to do them? Take advantage of things on that defense. Like another big reason why we didn't win San Francisco is our tight ends didn't get the ball. You got Zach Ertz and Goddard, two top 10 tight ends, but they only got 3 catches in between them. You know what I'm saying? When the week before, you had Hawkinson from the Detroit Lions with 13 catches, doing what he wanted out there. That should have told you, sometimes you got to, look at the obvious. If they can't stop the tight end and you got speedy receivers on the outside, send them boys every play, you know? And it doesn't matter. Send them every play, but don't go to send them deep all every play just to throw the ball to them. Send them every day so they can do their job and clear it out for the guys in the middle. You know what I'm saying? For Goddard's, for Ertz, for Rager. Rager's over the middle because he's a thicker receiver than Quez and the Slim Reaper. So, you got to play smart football. And that's all it comes down to. And that's why I think he really took a look at that film. You're like, man, I'm tripping. I was super tripping. I tried to come up with something new and try to attack a different area when all I had to do was stick to what, happened the week before. And we probably could win that.
All I'm saying is Nick Sirianni should have knew that already. He should have known that already.
But he was listening, like they were saying too. I think he was listening to the crowd a little too much. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to see more deep balls because that first game was a lot of screens. A lot of 20-yard passes, 20-yard passes. And they're like, okay, you can do that, but can you go deep? You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't go deep to Quest that game. That was a game that Quest got those first 3 screen passes, and you didn't see him the rest of the game. And this game they focused more on the deep ball. Just like 2 totally different games. You know what I'm saying? You play one this way and one. You play one like we played most of our games last year, trying to go deep all the time, which does not work, And before it can work if you run the ball first. You know what I'm saying? If you establish the running game first, then it can work. But just doing it, we don't have no running game established. Just trying to do it, call plays, man. Defenses are smarter these days, man. You can't just do that and get away with it.
All right. Well, it all comes down to Monday Night Football game at 8 o'clock, ESPN. I'm definitely gonna be tuning in. Like my guy Bird Gang 31 said, he said 31-10. Hopefully. Listen, I'm with you. I'm with you. I was with you with the 49ers game, but you see what happened. So we just, as long as we play smart football, Nick Sirianni, he don't need to be listening to the crowd. I get it. I get it. We went for a deep ball, but then once that 4th and 1 comes, no plays. Let's kick the field goal.
And if you look at it, our team is talented enough to win everybody play on the schedule. Period. It's gonna matter the coaching. Like Nick Sirianni got coached by a veteran coach, Shanahan. You know what I'm saying? They kind of both were playing that soft stuff. Shanahan found the weakness, he attacked it and attacked it and attacked it, and it worked out for him. Nick stayed in that whole passive aggressive. Let me try to go deep all the time, but still passive aggressive type offense. Until you let Jalen Hurts at the end to have the Jalen Hurts shows. You need to let Jalen do it from the beginning. That RPO game needs to start early and often. Jalen can't be scared to throw the ball. Like we seen that rollout. He was trying to fit another one in, fit another one in. No, it's not going to happen every time, okay? Jalen, sometimes you just need to stop and realize what got you to the NFL, and that's running the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you can throw too, but you are a dual threat. That means you do both good. Now,
Yeah, but do you want him to run too much? Is it?
yeah, yeah. He's
I
not
just feel
any
like
quarterback,
sometimes.
you know what I'm saying? Carson Wentz was running and he got hurt because Carson Wentz doesn't deadlift 650 pounds. Carson Wentz not as strong as Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a stocky running back. Have you seen him? He bounces off tackles. He stiff arm people. He's one of those type runners. Lamar
Yeah,
Jackson runs the ball like every down. You don't see that guy getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people can do it and some quarterbacks can't. Carson wasn't one of those quarterbacks. He wasn't really a dual threat. He was a pocket passer that can run. There's been a lot of those in the NFL too. I don't even think Patty Mahomes, with his rocket arm that he got, can run the ball that much and be considered a real dual threat. Like, yes, in terms of like, can they run because they got some speed? Yes. But the only real pure dual threat right now in the league is Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts. The rest of these guys are pocket quarterbacks that can run because they have some athletic ability. And that's cool. They can still pick up to 50 and have those 50-yard runs. Or look at Daniel Jones, for instance. He's garbage. You know what I'm saying? But Daniel Jones, one thing I
yeah,
can't give him is he can run that football.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
keep seeing Daniel Jones run for these 50 and 60-yard runs because that is something that he's gifted at and you don't really think about him doing. And he busts it out all the time. I don't know how teams still let it happen because now you should be prepared for him to run the ball on you. But I think teams know that that's going to come far in between. And, you're going to have to beat up with your arm. Like, I'll let you have that 20, 30-yard run all day. At the end of the day, you're not beating it by yourself, you
Right,
know? But
right,
dual quarterback, even Lamar Jackson's not even a complete dual quarterback. It's almost the opposite for him, where he's a great runner. You know what I'm saying? But he's not that great of a passer. He's all right. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to throw his running backs and his tight ends. But you can say you can make the argument he doesn't really have that many good receivers. But they've given him some receivers this year, and he's still doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just what he does. That's his game. He feels more comfortable throwing their tight end. They got a good one over there. Those passes are a lot more shorter. He can be more accurate with those. But for the most part, Lamar's running that rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, put the game in my hands. Let me control. And you see in the middle of that San Francisco game, Jalen Hurts almost ran like, what, 60, 70 yards in a couple of plays just because he know he can do it. You know what I'm saying? But I think Jalen and the coaching need to stop listening to the fans and get to what you do best. You know what I'm saying? Just run the rock.
right.
Like that
I,
pass, I want to see some passes that from you that look good and pretty, but you got a lot of those highlight reel type passes already to prove that you got an arm. Now, on that goal line situation, instead of sitting there on the sideline when you can just easily run it in, you might have to take a hit, trying to force something in there. Just take the touchdown, man. Next time around, he might be open to throw it to him, but now it's not the time to try to sit there and be, a pocket passer only. You see what happened with Donovan McNabb when he tried to do that. His career even went down the drain when everybody got on him about it. He was like, no, I can pass, I can pass. The next season he came out there, you know what I'm saying, and he got blew up a couple times, you know what I'm saying, trying not to pass, not to run, do what got you there. You didn't get that talent for no reason. It didn't take you as far as it got you for no reason. You know what I'm saying? You got to use it. And as the years go on, even Michael Vick got better at a thrower later in his career. When he got to us, became a better thrower. You're going to eventually become a good thrower, but why not start your legacy now where you can get MVPs? You see guys like Lamar Jackson get MVPs for running the ball. Just run it. Like you can do it. You're a threat. You got enough speed. You're big enough to break tackles. Do your job. Like that's how I see it, man. Just get out there and do your job. Don't be scared. Like you can't play scared football. Just Philly, baby. We ain't never scared over here. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna keep talking about the rent's due and you gonna make sure you pay rent on time to pay the rent. Man, if that means you running the ball to pay the rent, that means you passing the ball to pay rent, pay it.
we didn't pay the well. We missed the rent last week, but this week I guess the rent we gonna play double. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but here it is. I've made the 1 hour mark. Got my guy with me, Bird Gang 31. Listen, I appreciate you having me on with the Bird Gang Nation. sports media. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh yeah, we're honored to have you, my guy. All the great Eagle content creators we can get on this. We want to, bring it to the fans 7 days a week, nothing but Eagles every day of the week. As we grow, there'll be more shows every day to eventually one day, all day long, you can stay on one channel if you want to and get some of the best Eagle content creators out there. Giving you some knowledge, and you can always stop by. If it's not your guy's day, you can stop by on other people's day, or you can stop by your boy's channel. We still got all of our own channels growing and doing big things. So, you have options. You have options.
well, right now, my TV show is going to be every Wednesday at 10:15.
Oh,
Uh,
10 o'clock today was just okay, you can do that 10. That
okay.
today I just had that live, that kind of pushed me back, whenever you get a chance to be on with Law Nation, you know what I'm saying? Guy that big, you gotta go go take that.
Oh no, no, I'm gonna definitely talk to him. Law
Mm-hmm.
Nation and it's two
Mm-hmm.
other guys. I definitely want to talk to Boys for Life.
Boys
As
Live,
far
and I
as
had him right after, and that's
yeah,
what pushed it. Why I had to. You seen how fast I cleared it so you can get on here, man. Like
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no. I
I'm
appreciate
like,
that.
man,
So,
I gotta get out of here, my guy.
but
But
again, I'm gonna be every Wednesday at 10 o'clock. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm at 823 subscribers. Hopefully, I get to 1,000 soon, so I can be modified. Hit me up on Twitter, Moochie Moochie at 215. Hit me up on Instagram, YBN underscore Moochie, and of course, my YouTube channel, Moochie Robbins. So again, I appreciate you having me. I will be
bring
back.
that
I will be
fire,
on
my
another
guy.
TV show too, with my guy Pablo Gary on Sunday. So again, salute and I appreciate y'all. We're going to definitely win this game. Until then, I'm gonna get at y'all.
Peace.